Welcome, students. This is Ms. Martin. I'd like to introduce you to a new book and one that I think that you would really enjoy. This is called The Giver, and it's by Lois Lowry. This is a book that kids will typically read in like middle or upper elementary school, but I have had students read this as late as high school. I think that it's got a lot of great information in here. It has wonderful characters. You've got this dystopian society, and you get to learn a lot about the way that society may try to control people or try to control the world around them and so forth. And those kinds of themes, I think, can really pull you into a book. So if you've never read The Giver, I would definitely recommend that you give it a try. I'd like to read the first page of this to you to see if this is of interest to you, and hopefully this will be your next book. So this is the first page of The Giver by Lois Lowry. It was almost December, and Jonas was beginning to be frightened. No, wrong word, Jonas thought. Frightened meant that deep, sickening feeling of something terrible about to happen. Frightened was the way he had felt a year ago when an unidentified aircraft had overflown the community twice. He had seen it both times. Squinting toward the sky, he had seen the sleek jet, almost a blur, at its high speed go past, and a second later heard the blast of sounds that followed. Then, one more time, a moment later, from the opposite direction, the same plane. So we've got this wonderful sense of mystery from the very beginning here, and we've got this sense of the community, that it's only one time, right, that he experienced this plane going overhead, and he observed each of the things that happened, the loud blast, the plane going overhead, and then that happening again, and that made such an imprint on him that he recalled it all the time later, and what an emotional effect that it had on him. That's when he felt frightened. So the story goes on from there. It's a wonderful tale, and not only that, but it's also part of a series. So The Giver is the first book of a 4-book series. So if you find that you really like this, and if you're a series person that you want to keep going with the story, you want to know what happens next, this is a great one, because you'll be able to find out more and more about Jonah and about that community. Okay? So I hope you enjoyed this First Page Friday, and I hope that you give The Giver a chance. Hopefully this will be your next book.